Good morning, friends. I wish you could be here with me to hear the joyful sounds of the children playing outside in the yard and running through the sprinklers, and to enjoy all the other sights and sounds of summer care here at Little Lambs. It's a strange year for summer camp. We don't go on any trips, and we've had to rearrange all of our classrooms and spaces to provide the best and safest spot for all of our children. But I love the sound of the children playing and knowing that we're providing a safe and loving place for them to be throughout the summer. I want to talk to you a little bit about what's coming up this weekend here at Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. We're praying for a beautiful sunny day on Sunday because not only will we be holding worship in the outdoor chapel, but we will be serving communion for the first time since we began gathering in person again. I'm excited about this because for me, Holy Communion is an important part of my spirituality, and I know it's also an important part for many others. The sharing of bread and cup, the receiving of Christ's own body and blood, this incredible gift that no person can create, but that God can freely give and shares through the church with all of us, is truly a blessing. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up on what to expect when you come for worship, and especially when you come for communion this week. Because we'll have to change some of our procedures from the ways we would normally do things, even the way we would normally do things in the outdoor chapel. It is true that many of you have come to our Saturday night celebration on the hill and have a certain familiarity with the way that that worked. But because, like so many other things in this time of pandemic, we've had to make adjustments to try to make this as safe as possible for everyone, but also make sure that it happens. So first, I want to take a moment to point out that I'm going to be using a very special gift. It's traditional around the time of either ordination or installation that pastors, ministers of Word and Sacrament, receive their own plate and cup as a gift and a sign of the work that they'll do at the table. Now, I did not receive one except for a small home communion kit when I was ordained, but a couple years ago was my 10th anniversary in ministry, and boy, time's flying now because it's getting to be almost 15 years now. But I received this beautiful plate and cup, which were made at the craft shop down at the Weston Priory here in Weston, Vermont. And I'm really excited to be able to put this gift to use as the celebrant's cup and the celebrant's plate for this weekend. So you'll see these special vessels on the altar where there will be bread and wine present so that we can have the Holy Communion prayers. You'll also notice that our worship team has prepared the silver trays, specifically with pre-filled communion cups. Normally, we don't use these sort of things, but we wanted to make sure that there was a way that we could distribute both bread and cup that had not been touched by other people, and also that was safe. So we did acquire some of these fellowship cups. You'll find that they're spaced out in the silver tray. When it comes time to receive communion, normally we would all get up and move, but we're going to ask you to stay in your seats. And two communion assistants, myself and this particular weekend, I believe it's going to be Gordy DeLong, will get up and take the trays to you. We'll all be wearing our masks, and we'll move as quickly as we can through the crowd without tripping over anybody. We ask that as we come to each person that you take the cup and then please hang on to it. Once the servers have distributed communion to everyone that's present, we'll return to the altar where we will then offer the words of distribution. The body of Christ given for you, the blood of Christ shed for you. We'll all commune together. Using the fellowship cups is simple. All you have to do is peel off the plastic seal, and that will give you access to the host. Consume the host completely before you then take off the foil seal, which will expose the cup, and then you can consume that completely. You'll note that there's a large trash can out in the end of the chapel area on the way back to the parking lot. On your way out, please make sure you dispose of your cups in that bag there. We're really looking forward to celebrating with all of you this weekend, and we hope to make Holy Communion a consistent and regular part of our worship practice as we gather going forward. We do not know what lies in the days ahead. We have no idea what the fall looks like, or what practices we might have to change in order to worship together, or in order to worship remotely, depending on what circumstances dictate. But in all these things, trust that Christ is truly present with us. Christ comes to us not only in the sacraments, but in the power of the Word. Christ has been poured over us and into us in our baptism. We've been buried with Christ so that we will rise just as he did. I thank you for giving your attention to this video, and I pray that in all things you experience God's blessings, that you experience the blessings of peace, safety, and health. As you go out into the world today, or maybe even as you decide to stay home for your own good, please remember, be good, drive safe, and don't do anything I would do. God bless.